Some people move on, but not us. Not us.
What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Avengers Endgame. So now that Captain Marvel has been released globally, we are getting very close to the release of Avengers Endgame. We're all still waiting on that second trailer for Avengers Endgame for the main trailer that is now looking likely to be after April the 2nd, based on a lot of new information that's been going around. So if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel videos. We are currently giving away a Hasbro Infinity Gauntlet at the end of March. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel and comment down literally anything down below. Who's your favorite superhero, super villain? Did you like Captain Marvel? Are you excited for Avengers Endgame? Just comment down below and subscribe, and then you will be entered into the giveaway. So there is a new synopsis that's been going around the last few days, but take it with a pinch of salt, guys. Why? Because there's been 4 or 5 synopsis. It's just one of these things that seems to go around. But this synopsis does include Captain Marvel, and it does imply the whole of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to be rewritten after Avengers Endgame. And this just backs up something that Kevin Feige and Marvel people have said. What they said, things won't be the same during phase 4, which is interesting because now you read that kind of statement and then you look at the trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home and you look at it in a much different light, thinking, is that who we really think it is? So let's get into this synopsis. So Thanos snapped his fingers in Avengers Infinity War and half of life in the universe instantly dissolved. Now a rag group of survivor warriors, including Captain America, Black Widow, Ant-Man, Thor, and the Hulk, work to counteract the Mad Titan's genocidal action. Since our heroes couldn't stop Thanos the first time, what makes them think they can win in a rematch? The answer may be overwhelming power thanks to Captain Marvel, or in its tiniest spaces between atoms accessible to Ant-Man. Avengers Endgame will rewrite the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we know it. When it's all over, nothing will be the same. So this does actually reveal quite a lot, even though there isn't many lines. There's only 5 or 6 lines of context. So it's interesting how now it's pulling in Captain Marvel's power and Ant-Man being able to get into small spaces. So the empathy is on Ant-Man and the Wasp heavily being featured in the quantum realm. The first Avengers Endgame trailer saw Scott Lang arrive at Avengers HQ with the quantum tunnel van. We can presume that it was that. So presumably the survivors will be traveling through the dimension to the past or to multiverse. Like I've said multiple times, this movie isn't just going to be a movie about traveling back in time. There is going to be other multiverses and stuff. We've already had it confirmed that we will be seeing different variations of the same characters, and the easiest way to do that is to pull the multiverse in. So like we said before, Ant-Man is the key. There was a reason why Doctor Strange held off Thanos for so long on Titan before the finger snap happened. Ant-Man had to be in the quantum realm whilst the snap happened in order for him to reverse the effects of the finger snap with Captain Marvel. But the interesting thing is, obviously Doctor Strange went forward in time. Does that mean he's seen Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, helping the Avengers reverse the snap, but also change the Marvel Cinematic Universe for history forever? So this line here, Avengers Endgame will rewrite the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we know it. When it's all over, nothing will be the same. Now, to me, as a big Flash fan, this tells me that if time traveling is involved, usually it has a ripple effect on the future and also technically the present. So it almost tells me that something is going to go wrong and is going to cause the Marvel Cinematic Universe to change for ever. Now, obviously, like everyone and like more people have been thinking, there could be a greater threat. And maybe the greater threat is there to balance the timeline, because obviously the natural timeline wasn't supposed to be erased in this manner. So maybe there is someone, I don't know, like someone like the One Above All, the Living Tribunal, Galactus, someone like that potentially to balance the timeline, because it makes it really clear that the MCU will be rewrit as we've never seen it before. So something drastic's going to happen in this movie. We already know that it's pretty much been confirmed. It's locked in. It's pretty much complete that the movie is going to be 3 hours long. So this synopsis confirms to me, yes, we're getting time travel. Yes, we are getting a timeline change because of that last bit. And it also does imply, obviously, small spaces in atoms accessible to Ant-Man. So that is meaning that, yes, they all will be going through the quantum realm. But one small detail that a lot of people don't realize is them suits aren't actually quantum realm suits. They are space suits and quantum realm suits. The answer may be in the overwhelming power thanks to Captain Marvel. So is that literally saying that Captain Marvel confirmed is the only person that can take down Thanos? It kind of does confirm that. So this synopsis is supposedly from Marvel, but realistically the source isn't Marvel, but it pretty much is. It's Atom Tickets website. But generally what happens is tickets timing on websites are starting to show when Avengers Endgame will be screening, because it does come out at the end of April. So realistically, this most likely will be an official synopsis by Marvel. So it's very interesting that all of a sudden they want to talk about Ant-Man and they want to talk about Captain Marvel. The anticipation is building in the Marvel Cinematic Universe community. Every single video, people are popping theories left, right, and center. But I think it's clear that this does confirm time travel. And also it confirms to me that not all the people that disappear will be coming back, because it says Endgame will be rewritten. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, as we know it, when it's all said and done, will never be the same again. So everyone thinks that everyone that got finger snapped is going to come back. But I've said this from day one, from when we started doing the Avengers content, just before Comic-Con last year, that I don't think that if everyone does get smashed away, that they will return. Because just because they can reverse it doesn't mean that every single entity will appear the way it was before. Because if that was to happen, then again, there would be a massive timeline change again. Captain Marvel, as we know it, is the most powerful Avengers we've ever seen in the MCU history. I'd go so far to say she could wipe out the whole of the Avengers squad, except for Scarlet Witch, because Scarlet Witch is like a mutant technically. She's OP power, and she could probably go toe-to-toe with Thanos. Obviously, Thanos in the comic books, a lot of people seem to think Thanos is invincible. Not really. In the comics, Thanos was defeated by Spider-Man. He was defeated by Squirrel Girl, for God's sake. So Thanos isn't this OP kind of destroyer. I mean, in theory, there's a lot of beings that could beat Thanos, like Dormammu. Dormammu could literally eat Thanos up. That's why he's not. He could be the skeleton character that supposedly is going to appear in this very movie. I think something that makes it very clear is they need to really establish, I hope we get some information on exactly how powerful and where Captain Marvel's powers derive from. Yes, they derive from technically an Infinity Stone, but there's a bit of confusion in the MCU community about exactly where Captain Marvel's powers are coming from. They've marketed her as the strongest Avenger. One thing for sure is Captain Marvel and Ant-Man are key to defeating Thanos, for sure. And I guess Samuel L. Jackson did backtrack about Captain Marvel can time travel, so loads of people were making videos, and it was all over Instagram and Twitter saying, oh, she can't time travel. Well, realistically, she can fly in outer space, so I'm pretty sure she can still time travel. I don't really think just because Samuel L. Jackson said, yeah, we were making stuff up. Yeah, of course they were making stuff up. They had press days that last 10, 12 hours. And I guess they get sick and tired and bored of answering the exact same question over and over again. So can she time travel? Yes, of course she can time travel. That's ridiculous. Of course she can. She can fly. She can shoot blasts out of hands. Time traveling is no worries for her. So yeah, that's why I didn't make a video about like Samuel L. Jackson comments saying she can't time travel. Well, she can literally time travel. She can literally do anything. And if she does get one of these white spacesuits, well, we know she doesn't need it for space because we've already seen her fly in space with her suit. But what is interesting is she's not even been donned as Captain Marvel yet. So it's going to be very interesting to see how she officially becomes Captain Marvel. Now, there is some more new concept art for a first look at Captain Marvel's costume in Avengers Endgame, but I personally think that's a bit ridiculous. Why? Because we've seen the post-credit scene for Captain Marvel. Yes, it was a fabricated fake scene. It's not going to go down that way. The suit looks a bit different, but it is over 20 years later, so it does make sense why the suit is different. But yeah, there was some concept art for a first look at Captain Marvel. I will tag it over the screen right now. But realistically, I prefer the suit we got during the Avengers Endgame scene, I guess you can say, in the post-credit scene for Captain Marvel. Although, like I keep saying, it's a fabricated scene, it does look a little bit different to the one we got during the post-credit scene for Captain Marvel. So guys, let me know, have they ruined the movie? Have they told us everything already? They've told us a lot more than what they actually inferred that they did. And it's very interesting to see if there's going to be another plot synopsis because there's been so many already. But we are a content channel that goes over these kind of stuff, so that's why I've gone over it. So like always, guys, let me know down below what is going on. Is Captain Marvel the future? Is she the key to defeating Thanos? And does this new synopsis reveal the whole plot for Avengers Endgame? Anyway, guys, please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.